Last season, Cade Cunningham of Detroit went first. Trae. And that one rolls in. 55-49 Hawks. Trae with a runner. That goes. A 9-2 Orlando spurt. Put the Magic up one. Trae. Floats it. Hits it. Even with ball right there. DeJounte bouncing. Trae launching. Hitting! Wow. What a shot by Trae Young. Atlanta looking to get it into single digits. Trae will drive on Smith. And it rolls over the rim.
Foul just now on Corey Joseph. Trae Young to the paint. Stops and fires. And it falls. Soft touch.
He can shoot consistently. He learned how to manage his body and to be healthy during the year. And he's, both way players.
And it's 53-49. 5 and 10 till halftime as Trae Young rises and fires and fills it up. DeAndre Hunter gets to the lane. Outside for Trae Young, and he triples. Perfect setup by Hunter.
As we alluded to, his passing, his ability to score just is a tough cover.
Long bomb is good. Nothing but net for Trae.
Lauren is in the coaching now. She was a great player recruited by UCLA. Nice step back by Trae Young. We talked about it with George Stevenson at halftime, getting a lot out of that dunker area, sneaking behind that back line of defense. Wow. The reason why he fell so hard after shooting a jump shot.
Trae Young once again. He is tied it at 104.
Crossover. Here's Young. Foot was on the line, it looked like. And that bucket is good.
Sometimes your rhythm is thrown off when you don't catch and shoot right away.
Trae Young wanted an and one, and he doesn't get it.
Trae Young scoots inside, floats it over. Robinson is good.
5 consecutive points now for Young.
Zion has Trae in a switch, and right away from the sideline, Trae connects. You love him when he's on your team. Trae with the floater. 8 points for Trae in the first period. Hawks by 5. Trae just blows by Graham and throws the floater. Boy, a second-round pick, and Pelicans found a dandy. Trae Young. Cowan switches. They get the switch, but another big there. Markkanen comes over to help. Inside Trae. Quick pump shot for 2.
Hello.
Rebound to Trae.
I haven't taken many shots this game, so that's a tough one.
Time becoming a factor. Trae from way downtown. Trae off the screen. Backs it out. Thibault defending. Nice move. Floater good.
And there it is again, like we talked about with Maxey. Now he has to make a decision.
Oh. And he hits it. Trae Young.
Stay on the line. Don't back up when you're shooting it.
13 points in the third quarter for Joel. Trae from way outside. 23 now for Young.
Obviously, a Nate McMillan coach team, this is exactly how they want to play.
Trae Young looking for his first points. He finds it about 17 feet out.
The Bucks matched up against the Hawks. Trae Young had 42 and 5 threes. And Yvonne said, I'm going to do what I normally do. If Trae Young is going to beat us like that, knocking down shots multiple feet behind the three-point line.
It's the second personal on Giannis. Trae Young fade away. Wow.
They're not missing a beat without Marcus Smart. Derek White is rock solid. 3rd assist.
Young throws up the floater that goes.
Down to 10 on the shot clock. Trae looking to drive and float. Hits it.
And he's passionate about the game of basketball. And I have to say this, whether it was Taylor Jenkins when he first took over Memphis, Will Hardy and what he's doing.
Murray slides it. Trae. 26 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. On the bounce, Trae. 24 for Trae Young.
I mean, he was in traffic at the mid-post and was still able to bounce past that through the lane to a charging Lamar Stevens.
Young stops and fires. He scores. Capella in his last 11 games is averaging 13.5 points and 13 rebounds as Young goes high off glass.
Montes 1-2 Gonzaga. Born in Portland when his daddy was playing for the Blazers. The runner by Trae, his first 2.
Yeah, he can shoot it. And he's a scorer.
5 seconds for. Trae hits the brakes. Now the defense leaves him, and Trae buries it. Trae escapes the double. Goes back at it. Still working. Still firing and hitting.
As Green scores again.
That's the thing about Trae Young. You see it, he does it again. He creates the contact.
Using those great hands, but I thought it should have been off Murray there.
To play in the third. A long, long way to go.
Rockets doing a better job with Young and Murray here.
We'll pull back deep 2 for Young. Still goes down.
Well, Murray goes cross-court to Trae Young, this backcourt in the infancy stages of their development. Young able to hit the runner. But Trae Young, who averages almost 29 a game.
I wouldn't have believed you. I would have taken it happily.
And that big win over the full squad Brooklyn Nets here on Tuesday of last week.
Young jumper over Wagner. It's good. They get another offensive rebound. Capella.
Just too many, Troy. We saw John Collins go down with that ankle injury at the end of the half.
First foul on Kevon. Atlanta's up by 18 still. Here's a deep 3 by Trae Young. It's good.
After knocking down the mid-range shot, he came down and knocked down the 3.
Trae Young taking matters into his own hands. His floater is good. Atlanta Hawks up 4.
Well, coming up on the 2 at halftime, KT, Kyrie stinging the Hornets. Malik Andrews, Richard Jefferson, and Janae Agumake in the studio with all the news and highlights.
Young draws Sumner. Isolation. Young, step back for 3. Bottom.
And dwindled down now to 7. 65-58. 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Young, Young finally knocks down the triple. It was only a matter of time.
Young missed the shot. Young got it back. Puts it in. Markel now 14 in the game. Young attacking, drawing the foul.
Atlanta last time out. They were down in Orlando, gave up 135 and a loss to the Magic. That was on Wednesday. Bucket for Trae Young.
Get a good look.
Trae Young, a difficult floater.
That's 3 floaters going to his left.
That LaMelo Ball cannot throw a pass from. He is just a master of getting the pass where it needs to be by any means necessary. Trae Young. Terry Rozier, 8 points, 9 assists for Terry.
He likes it when people are running at him.
Trae got it to go. Now to Trae.
Trae's going to take this guy one-on-one. You saw that coming.
And so long, Franz Wagner. Trae working that dribble. Caruso trying to stay in front of him. Back up 3, good. Trae Young, 16 in the first. 59-45. Trae floats it home and gets it and 1. Getting it back from Capella. Trae with the floater.
I mean, one of the things that I think is really challenging since the Golden State game is that he's playing with Kyrie.
Took that away and he went to Thomas Bryant for the assist.
8 dimes for LeBron. Boy, Young did get the foul call. Got under a minute to play now in the third quarter. Schroeder trying to guard Trae Young. Floater again. You know it's coming. You can't stop it. Collins has fouled out. But now here he plays Atlanta. Young shoots it, scores it.
It's all right. You just got to make sure it's a two-pointer.
See the quickness and the floater of Trae Young. Wow.
Here comes Trae Young. Trae 11 points in that first half, dancing against Fox.
None at 9 in 15 minutes against Miami. Answered right back.
Trae makes a shot there, but that's really the first high percentage shot he's had.
Got about 4 players within 5 feet in the corner. Now with 3, now with 2.
There.
And here is Young.
They had him in the deep corner. There was nowhere to go.
He is also, Jim, and I know you noticed this already, not wearing a headband. Young, late shot clock, and he knocks it down. Kawhi now with 10. It's 47-38.
Well, let's see if the defense can get back to that activity. This time now, Terrence Mann went under the screen, and you can't do that. Pretty good stat, right?
Giving up 8 double-digit leads, second most in the league. Young battles back and knocks it down, cuts the lead in half. Trae Young with 16. Young, the floater for the lead.
Murray. DeJounte.
A wide open Trae Young.
And he drills the three-point bomb.
It helps a lot. You play more relaxed. Shot doesn't go, batted out. Koloko, it's a great point. Here's Young firing the three, and it's good. Young able to get into the lane and just flips it up and through. You've only turned them over 8 times. Again, that guard play's been great. They haven't beat themselves. Young, the three.
Winning at Toronto Saturday by 11, and at Indy the night before by 2. And that's what they bring in to this afternoon. Trae Young, 3. Good! Caleb Martin. He's got a single-digit shot clock at 9 with a fadeaway and pure. Nice shot, Trae Young.
The floater. Got it! You decide, was it a pass or a shot? Trae will tell you it was a shot the whole time.
Hawks season control in the opening minutes of this second half. Trae cut off the pass, now goes back, puts up the floater, and gets it. Timeout. Come up with some big nights. 5-0 visitors.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Bob. You don't want to give them energy early as Trae knocks down that jump shot.
24-21 in favor of the Hawks. Holiday kicking it back to Trae. He drives, floats, and hits. Trae looking to drive. That's going to be a good basket. I thought I heard a whistle.
3 really good shot blockers. A.J. Griffin finds Young. The floater from the baseline that time. Tough angle, and now Billy Donovan's got to settle it down again.
See, that just does not look fun to guard at all. Young, a very deep 3 from the outside.
I mean, and intel is still coming in on him.
Certain maturity to his game, despite being a rookie. That's now 5 in a row for Trae Young.
For the Clippers against the Hawks, and now they lead 54-47. Floater by Young trickles in for Trae Young, who has 9.
Well, George gets a breather. 81-73. Trae in the paint, and it drops. 15 points for Trae Young.
And Atlanta shot 56% from the floor, made 8 threes. They make about 10 per game. Number 9, Trae Young, with about a 30-footer. To see if LeBron breaks the scoring record.
Yeah, that's what the streets say, right?
Young banks it in.
Inside Trae Young, hammered from behind by Conley after their shooting performance here in the first 12 minutes.
Yeah, credit the defense for the Jazz.
Another deep 2 off the hand of Young. No movement, just stand and shoot.
Just throw it into it. Feed me. Feed me.
Trae Young's first shot, high floater.
This is what it's all about on this end of the court for the Jazz. You need opportunities.
Young, 3, quiets the crowd.
Saban Lee has come in for Phoenix. Trae will float it and hit it. Kicks ball.
How much are you impressed with the Hawks rebound?
Oh, outstanding. And a floater by Trae. Trae again. Deep one is good.
Especially when you're going away from the basket.
Trae, a step back three. Nothing but net.
And it'd be great if you win these games early in the game because you're giving them a chance right now. That was an easy layup there by Trae Young.
So LaMelo's got 7. PJ's got 7. Mark Williams has got 7. And Gordon Hayward's got 8. What a start.
8 points to close this one out. Stop on a dime and shoot off of one leg.
Long one, Trae Young, his first 3 of the night.
It is going to take Atlanta's A game to get out of this deep hole. Starters that began the game for these two teams back out there, and Trae's first shot is good. Allen's just going to stay right with him. Shot clock's down to 5. Trae from the dotted line hits it.
But the funny thing is, Garland doesn't have a single assist.
Trae, touch of the logo, connects. Hasn't met a shot he hasn't liked yet in the NBA. Here comes Young. Trae from the dotted line, banks it home. Trae for 3, hits it.
You don't have to hurry it up. Get a good shot.
5 to shoot. Trae's floater goes. Timeline at 4. Trae looking to drive.
Game time.
Shoots. Hits it! Despite a rear contest from Spencer.
He's in the mix on the glass.
And you know what doesn't show up in the stat sheet? All the screens he sets. Well, Capella went down. DeJounte looking. Gets it in. Here's Trae. 4-3. Yes! Trae, 2 for 1 if he goes quickly. Banks and hits.
Well, like I said, this team, they play 0 defense. Oh, you know what? You're right.
25 for Lillard, 80-71. Trae for 3. Yes!
This is a very significant victory and an important one at the moment for Miami. It'll keep them ahead of Atlanta, keep them in 7th place in the East. Ridiculous, 67% in this first half and only 2 turnovers. Trae Young passing up the 3. Oh, good selection by Trae Young.
They're going to go with Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, Hunter, Collins, and Clint Capella. First shot for Trae Young is inside the paint with the left-hand lay-in.
We've seen it. When you take away the 3, he finds ways how to score off the ball.
Trae Young once again getting into the paint. He has a dozen, Drew. Misses just under the basket. This is getting back on defense. Gets regarding Trae Young. Trae with a cross and score. Everyone else can kind of get their offense whenever they need it, but it's good to get the PG started early.
Yeah, and you know Monte with this group is more of a facilitator, a guy that's going to take care of the ball and not turn it over.
Here's Collins to a trailing Trae Young. Young in the paint again with the floater, and it goes down. And the Atlanta Hawks with their first lead of the game, leading by 2. That bucket there by Kuzma stops an 11-0 advantage for the Hawks. Meanwhile, Trae Young comes back and squares up, hits that one for Marietta. Fans here at Capital One Arena screaming out defense. Trae Young with a huge deep 3 trying to quiet the crowd.
He will do something that even the great Larry Bird was unable to do in Boston. Trae drills a long one. Next Friday night, Golden State will be here. Trae off the nice shot. It drops.
Yeah, that's their 12th made 3.
Trae from the logo. Yes. He gets it back. 17 for Trae. 93-79. Trae from 15.
You're going to have to get Trae some help early.
comes back with the floater for two.
I would run the pick and roll all night long with Gobert. I had a French nanny who gave me that name, and I hated it as I grew. But you know,
here's Trae at mid-floor.
There's Rudy Gobert again. He just backpedaling,
and Trae makes him pay. Across to Hunter. DeAndre up strong. Okongwu's got it. That's rejected. Trae with 7, 6 on the shot clock, and Young floats it in. 9 minutes of this quarter. Looking, driving, and scoring. Okongwu comes to set it. Ooh, gets over the screen. Trae backs up. And cooking in the quarter. Trae Young now with 11 points in the third.
We have 2:17 to go with the Hawks leading at 33-30.
Yeah, a lot of points out there.
Young hits the boards.
That could have been amazing.
Trae Young all the way with a floater. That's good.
Take it down by Garrison Matthews, who's come into the rotation here in the first quarter tonight with the Hawks down a wing in Jalen Johnson. Nice drive by Trae with the left hand. Off to Minnesota after the game. Matchup with the Timberwolves tomorrow night at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Trae connects.
Oh, what are you doing? Corey Joseph, I mean, really?
Trae Young rolls one in.
That was just disrespectful. I mean, he just moved out of the way. Just said, excuse me, I'm going to step past you and throw this down.
Trae Young.
He's got 5, 30-27 Indiana. Trae's floater. DeJounte gets the basketball from Brian Forte, and here comes the pass in to Trae. Gets it up and in. Trae with a step back. Bullseye.
Young trying to get himself involved with a step back J.
Second only to Joel Embiid in terms of points per game in the league. Luka at 32-9. Trae up and in. Getting into the paint. Kicks it out. Jalen Johnson. Back to Trae. Looking. Shooting. And hit it. Big jumper for Trae.
That was a big shot.
Trae with a step back 3. He hits the shot and gets flat. Atlanta has won the rebounding war in 7 consecutive games. 32-31 as Trae operates. Off the glass and good. The fans have stuck around now, trying to push the Hawks over the finish line. Trae, yes! Timeout, Doc Rivers.
Johnson shoots a 3, and he's the only person back on a 2-on-1 break. You got to get guards to get that. Young finally knocks in a 3. Right? That's not success. That means that, you know, he was able to score and do some things, but his team lost every single game. Young lays it in. So this is just the first round in the boxing match. Everyone's just testing each other out, seeing what's going on. Nice finish there from Young.
Early offense for Boston. He throws it away. That's an excellent steal right there by Capella, jumping out in that passing lane. And this is where Atlanta has to thrive.
Back comes Trae Young, 2 of 7. He's got 5 points. He'll try Hauser as well. Step back 3 goes for Trae Young.
Collins frustrated. He wanted that work inside.
Young will work inside. Clever finish as he hits the layup with the left hand. And
dribbles that Jaylen Brown and he goes back door. The defense is at their mercy.
Subs at Rogers' lead, but Young immediately cuts 2 into it.
Pass when they help. Just keep it to the basics. Keep it simple. Got to be a lot cleaner with Tatum, too. Make it more difficult on him. They obviously got a lot out of our turnovers, so we have to be better on that area, too.
Not a lot of help because of the space, great spacing by the Celtics offense.
Trae Young felt the contact and played it perfectly.
Yeah. Maybe they all read that. This too was true, but that's how you respond right there if you're Trae Young.
He passes that ball, and you force him to shoot those contested shots.
Here is Trae, and he runs in the floater to start his night.
And he has made them pay the price.
He's got 12 points, matching Tatum for the team lead. Here's Young getting past Horford, getting the easy layup with the left hand. Run into Capella, you wonder if that caused some contact. Here's Young with the deep three. So Trae Young starting to heat up in the Hawks with an 8-0 answer.
Very quiet.
Here's Trae Young, knocks it down. Young, much better performance. He had really struggled in this series. Good look, but couldn't hit it. 50 seconds to go. Again, White's got 5 fouls. Got to be careful. Young into the lane. Floater is good. Trae Young with the basket, pushing the lead to 5 again.
Atlanta went 15 of 34 from three-point territory on Friday night.
On game 2, they shot 48. You see Trae Young able to beat the defense down. Keep in mind,
Tyler Ford just scooped up the confetti for midcourt. Young, fend off, and a jumper. Splash City.
I was young watching. I think that might have been on NBC at the time. Probably.
That might have been CBS.
Oh, CBS. CBS. It's just something about that and something about this young man.
Boston has had answers all night long. Shifting gears. Young gets to the cup. 19 for Smart. Celtics in front. Young answers. Cooking from three-point territory. Murray picked up by Brown. All shooting it at 40% from the field. Murray whipping around the perimeter. Young floats it up. Gets the roll. A 7-0 burst for Boston. Young, nylon. It's a 3. Major elevation. Young, a 3. It goes. But a window dressing here for the Hawks.
To me, it comes down to, can Atlanta defend well enough, and can that man, Trae Young, find that triple? He is starting to get his rhythm. Quinn Snyder say, as you see Jaylen Brown 4 of 4 here to start the game. They struggle to contain the dribble. They're so active, deflections, they're physical, and they are committed.
16-4 run. There's that teardrop from Young. And 10.2 assists. Nice Trae.
We're going to call that
a 2. Young down the lane. Again. Trae Young. Okongwu. Young to the basket off the glass and in. Directing traffic. Takes a long 3. Pure! Trae Young. Hunter. And here's Young. Backtracks. 5-2. Young lets it go. And hits!
Woo! Reset. 5 to shoot. Young inside. Little later. Got it. And he's headed to the free throw line. Under a minute. Young gets it back, resets, sizes up Williams, fires, got it! He is deadly!
That's part of the process. He's on the 4-year deal. He's good. You know what I'm saying? No matter what happens on this. But he's going to be excellent in this field, and Trae Young able to come right back.
Jimmy, what have you seen the last couple of minutes?
Well, I've seen the pressure for the Boston Celtics.
Young with a deep shot! Collins in a wrestling match on the box. Young instead does it himself.
You double team Trae Young out front. Somebody's going to be open. Or when you don't, and he's able to get to his spot, and you challenge late,